Mae e wedi gwneud ei benderfyniad. A does neb yn gallu dadlau ag e.
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Cyffyrddiad cyntaf gwych, a mae'n gwneud y cofis ar y blaen. Mae'r gyfle i'r off uwch, mae'n methu cyfle, dyfyniad i'r ail. 2 gol yn mewn munud. Mae'n disgyn y fydd i Alex Jones yn ddim yn bennas. Mae Dan Roberts wedi dod ar Flint yn ôl i mewn i'r gêm. Edwards ar ymwyl y cwrt costi, Edwards yn ergyd. Mae Dion Donahue rwan dderbyn Rushton. Pedwaredd o'r noson i'r cofis. Pedwaliter, Hawl, y Flint 2, Caernarfon 4, Bradley. Dyna ni'n ôl i Pedwaliter, mae'n dair i'r Flint!
Good evening and welcome to Caernarfon here in a balmy Flint on a late December evening. 7-goal thriller here last season, ably commentated by my co-commentator this evening, Mark Lloyd-Williams, and we could do with more of the same this evening. Flint Town United 10th in the JD Cymru Premier, welcoming Caernarfon Town, who are 7th in the league. And just before the split, well, a win is vital for both sides this evening. Flint make one change from the team that drew 1-1 here with Cardiff Met on Saturday, December the 10th. Omar Ibrahim drops to the bench, and in comes James Owen, and he starts as captain.
Yeah, a familiar formation for Flint. Back three, 4 in midfield, 2 experienced players in James Owen and Danny Harrison, and Mark Cadwallader in there, giving a bit of a solidarity in that area of the field. And Simmons and Akpro on the day can be a handful.
And for Caernarfon, 2 changes from the team that lost 3-2 at home against Newtown, back on the 2nd of December, with Ryan Williams dropping to the bench. Fidel O'Rourke has picked up an injury, so in as a partnership into the back of the defence comes Laurie Bell and Aaron Simpson.
Yeah, Caernarfon going with a back 4 and a 2-3-1, so again some solidarity now with Edwards, Gossett and Darren Thomas playing in the number 10 role, but Joe Ford and Sean Bradley, they could be the ones to watch down either flank this evening. Yeah, Harry Owen, youngster, came through the ranks of Connors Key and settled well in here with Flint this season. An exceptional young defender and a promising future lies ahead of him. And Sean Bradley, one of my ex-students, to be honest. And on his day, one of the best wingers in the Cymru Premier League. And there could be a handful this evening for Jordan Carroll down the right-hand side.
Our referee this evening is Mr. Hugh Jones from Llanrhaeadr Mochnant. And on the the new surface here at Caernarfon, which looks in pristine condition. And as I said earlier on, Mark, it's a lovely evening after the cold temperatures with last week. It feels positively Caribbean here in Flint this evening.
Yeah, total contrast to last week, and a perfect evening for a game of football on the coast. Hardly any breeze at all. Nice warm evening for this time of year, and hopefully we'll get the same as we had nearly 12 months ago, like the montage we've seen at the start of the show. 7-goal thriller. Yeah, and if that game had gone on for the 5 minutes, I think Flint would have probably nicked the draw on that night. So hopefully a bit more of the same this evening.
Flint Town United, after securing maximum 6 points from their opening 2 games of the season, they've subsequently struggled. They won just 2 of their last 14 league matches, and both of those victories coming against Airbus UK, I should say. There's a free kick given, and it's quickly taken and carried forward by Joe Fofo, with the opportunity to cross into the box. falls to Darren Thomas, and Thomas over to the far side, where it's picked up by Sean Bradley. Bradley picked out this evening as one to watch, gets his cross in, and it's cleared away.
Yeah, good cross in by Sean and Bradley. And I think Marsh Hughes has got a gamble across the defender, across that near post, but it's hard when he's just playing as a lone striker.
Actro did well to get his ball into the box, and it's cleared away by Aaron Simpson. One of the two changes for Caernarfon this evening. Caernarfon coming into this match on a run of 1 win in 6 matches. But we haven't played for 3 weeks, so the break could have been advantageous. What's your take on that one, Mark? Is the break a help? Got to be, hasn't it?
It could be, yes, especially if you get a couple of training sessions in to work on your philosophy.
It's Anthony Stevens left-footed with the corner kick, and Harry Owen, the loanee, the Connors Key loanee, from the back with the header. Scored twice this season as Owen.
Yeah, well, going back to that break, and if you've had a few injuries, you've got a chance then for the players to get back fit and get back into the side. On the other hand, I think Caernarfon have suffered because they've got two influential players in their squad, Dion Donoghue and Fidel O'Rourke this season, both out injured this evening, so there'll be a big loss for Hugh Griffiths' men.
I'm talking to Hugh, we were both talking to Hugh pitch side before the match, and he does fear, Mark, that they're going to be long-term absentees as well.
Yeah, it's a shame because both exceptional players this season. Dion we know about from many years now, and Fidel O'Rourke, he has grown into the league as the weeks have gone on, and he started to score goals week in, week out, and that's what as a striker, that's what you want. And when you get injured, it could have a knock-on effect on your confidence.
Lee Fowler we see there, and Ewan Williams, the Flint Town United management team, and they need a win, don't they? They desperately need a win. Yeah,
both teams need a win here tonight. Caernarfon still lying place in the top 6, and Flint just to get themselves away from that the bottom 2. But problem with Flint is they can't score enough goals. They don't concede many, but they don't score enough neither. You look at the teams around them. I think there's only Pontypridd and Airbus have scored less than those in the bottom 2. So if they can get someone who can bang goals in on a regular basis, then they could climb up that table pretty quickly.
Joe Folk, opportunity to cross the ball into the box, turns one way, turns the other, header comes in on the far side. It was Lloyd Marsh Hughes with the opportunity, and Cardiff, Caernarfon, those crosses in from the wings, Mark, seem to be the way they're targeting the match this evening.
Yeah, it was a good ball in by Joe Folk. Tristan turns Bobby Beaumont, and then he got there first, Marsh Hughes, but couldn't direct his header. But I think that's where the space is for Caernarfon, in behind Carroll and Beaumont, to try and get Sean Bradley and Joe Folk into the game as much as they can. We've seen now 2 good crosses coming in the first 5 minutes, and they need to fill that box. Marsh Hughes, Darren Thomas, maybe no Edwards or Danny Goss as well, breaking from midfield into the box as support players.
Defensive header by Harry Owen, who's had the one real opportunity thus far as we reach the 5-minute mark, and it's a good ball, lovely ball through to Actro on the far side. Now then, can he get the ball into the box? It was well intended, and it's just cleared away by Josh Tibbetts. But a good run, good strong run by Jean-Louis Actro. Now an opportunity for Danny Gossett. Just drops the shoulder, lets the ball do the work. He's got Sean Bradley ahead of him. Falls for Griff John. John switched to right back this evening for the centre of defence, out to Bradley once again. Bradley running towards Anthony Stevens. Bradley, can he get the ball in? He can, and does he get the corner kick? No, he doesn't. Gets the throw in. No. Oh, good play by Anthony Stevens to prevent the corner kick, and it's a foul on O'Kara Simmons. Free kick to Flint.
Yeah, didn't need to do that. Laurie Bell, he was going nowhere. O'Kara Simmons back to goal, and I don't think Hugh Griffiths would be happy with that challenge. It was a free kick, but he's going nowhere. Just hold him up, try and win the ball back in that part of the field, and you're on the front foot. But now they could be on the back foot with the height that Flint have got in their side. There could be a promising position here from the steep.
Now it's Harry Allen, Flint Town United keeper, with the free kick. That's a good one as well. Looking for Harry Owen once again on the far side, and he's a big physical imposing presence is Harry Owen. And, he was unlucky there, Mark.
Yeah, they are a tall side, Flynn, and they are going to cause problems with direct balls into the penalty area from set pieces. And Caernarfon now are back on the attack.
Oh, good ball by Griff John, well taken by Lloyd Marsh, who's on loan from Chester City, and here's an opportunity to see that chance again for Harry Owen.
Yeah, just direct ball into the box, and the height, it comes off the back of Laurie Bell, and Harry Owen didn't know where the ball was falling into, and he can't class that as a chance, because it's one of those with a bit of luck before 30 feet.
And Laurie Bell again in the mix there, and with a foul on O'Kara Simmons. He'll be celebrating his birthday, by the way, on Christmas Day, O'Kara Simmons.
Again, no need to foul because he had the cover in Simpson, and they should learn from that previous free kick, about 20 yards further back, that they can cause problems, especially with Brandon Diao.
James Owen, Flint captain, with the free kick. There's an effort coming in from O'Kara Simmons. He got hold of it. Good connection by O'Kara Simmons, cleared away, throw into Flint Town United.
Yeah, once again, long ball, direct ball, just into the edge of the penalty area. Brandon Diao causing problems with his height. Not the best of clearances by Caernarfon. I think he hits Brandon Diao, and he was going wide then with a shot. But I think, even in the corresponding fixture at the Oval, I did that game earlier on in the season, and if Flint would have won that game, 5 and 6, there'd be no complaints, I don't think, because they were controlled the game to the last 8 minutes when Caernarfon scored those 2 goals, and that's been their problem. Goal scoring. And again, Simmons, I think that's the 3rd foul he's won for his team now in the last 2 minutes.
And fair play to Mr. Hugh Jones. He let the play continue here, as Noah Edwards was nibbling away, and then Darren Thomas joined in. Griff John was there as well, and fair play to Mr. Hugh Jones. He gave that plenty of time. It's a free kick in a dangerous position here, and it's O'Kara Simmons and Anthony Stevens who are standing over the ball.
Yeah, Simmons, he's started brightly this game. He could fancy this one, but we know Anthony Stevens, he's got a deadly left foot as well.
And Stevens goes for goal. Oh, what a goal! Oh, Anthony Stevens! What a strike by the defender. And Tibbetts, he saw it coming all the way. We were behind it here, and he had no chance at all.
No, cracking free kick, and I'd say just moments before he took the free kick that he is dangerous, and he's got the quality with his left foot, and it's a fantastic strike. Maybe Tibbetts was thinking of Simmons was going to take it. The powerful effort, pile driver, no chance at all for Tibbetts. And Flint, they've made that. They've had the free kick. Simmons won so many.
And you've got to say, Mark, it's deservedly ahead.
I think you would say shade in the game at the moment, attacking wise, but Caernarfon have had the ball in the box, 2-3 times with dangerous crosses in from the left and right, but they haven't capitalised on them with enough players in the box, and it's a perfect start for Lee Fowler and Iwan Williams there. Goal in the opening 10 minutes, and that's what happens with Flint. They create chances, but they can't put the ball in the back of the net, and when you get an early goal, that should give the side a lot of confidence for the rest of this match.
Anthony Stevens' first goal of the season, and what a way to score your first goal of the season. Perfectly struck into the top corner, and Tibbetts was just clutching at thin air.
Yeah, he's been a good player, Anthony Stevens. I think he's a banger. Ballot. He's got the quality. And when he's fit and on his game, he's an excellent player for whoever side he plays for.
So Flint leading courtesy of Anthony Stevens' goal after 9 minutes. James Owen, Caernarfon lad, never played for Caernarfon, incidentally.
Well, he did sign for him start of the season, and then after a week he came here, so he wasn't there long, but he did sign for him during the close season. Within, I think, maybe, I don't think he was a week, he was back down at 55. He lives local, I think, Holywell area, so I think he thought, you know, less travelling with his work commitments and stuff, so he just come down about 6 miles from Connors Quay down to here, his old club.
Yeah, and incidentally, Josh Tibbetts did the other way as well, didn't he? Josh Tibbetts, the Caernarfon keeper, he signed for Flint in the summer and then changed his mind and decided to go to Caernarfon.
Mr. Bean, you can have him, or we'll have this one then. Swap.
Well, Hugh Griffiths, he'll be far from happy with what he saw there. He was right behind the free kick, by the way. And he won't have been happy with, I think, with the placing of the wall more than anything, Mark, I should think.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that angle again. I think there you need some tall lads, you know, in the wall. You know, they were picking up, because Flint is such a tall side, you've got to have your markers as well in the box, just in case they whip it in towards the far post. But, you know, you try and get, especially the, you know, first and second in the wall, you try and get, you know, the tall players in there, just to make it that little bit harder. But when Anthony Stevens was hitting that from that angle, his left foot, who's aiming, you know, go round the wall, round the first man in the wall, and it's a little bit probably easier. And if you get on target, you know, got a good chance of scoring, because the keeper's on the, you know, he's guarding the other side of the wall.
Danny Harrison with a handball there, and there's an offside decision here.
The problem Caernarfon have had is they've given silly fouls away. You know, they did one, you know, for 3 or 4 minutes, 3 fouls on Ciara Simmons in the space of 3 or 4 minutes, and each time, you know, first couple of occasions they just launched it in the box, caused problems, and that, you know, on the third time, you know, it cost them, where, you know, it was a free kick worthy of winning any game of football, to be honest.
Well, theoretically, Flint could go up to 9th with a win tonight, depending on Aberystwyth, how Aberystwyth get on at Haverfordwest. Whereas Caernarfon, they could jump up into the top 6 if Penybont lose at Pontypridd, but you'd need a huge goal swing for Caernarfon to jump above Penybont. As we are, it's Flint who leading, courtesy of Anthony Stevens' well, lovely free kick after 9 minutes.
Yeah, Caernarfon, they are in top 6, but they've got tough games, you know, over the Christmas period. I think they've got Bala home and away, Penybont away, which is live, TNS, you know, so they've got 4 tough games there before they play Airbus.
Akbakro looking for the run of Simmons. Simmons, will he get there before Tibbetts? Tibbetts, he was alert, and he needed to be, because that understanding up front between Jean-Louis Akbakro and Ciara Simmons is causing all sorts of problems for Caernarfon's defence.
Yeah, I think his starting position there wasn't the best. Tibbetts, he should be higher up, at least 5-6 yards higher up, you know, and should be reading that, you know, that through ball and sweeping up at the back. But yeah, when I first saw the 2 strikers together, I think it was at Newtown, I think it was the first or second game of the season, and, you know, they played very well, and I thought these will cause problems this season. And we haven't seen that much of them. I think either one or the other maybe's been injured, you know, one stage or another, so it's hampered Flint's you know, promising start to the season.
Lovely ball by Anthony Stevens and Akbakro. Good control, but just couldn't find the target, just couldn't direct it on target there.
Yeah, I think he had more time than he thought, a bit more communication there from Cadwaladr. He probably didn't need to go, you know, into that space, because he took Aaron Simpson in with him and put more pressure on Akbakro to get a shot off earlier.
Busy period of football over the festive season you were mentioning there, Mark, and well, Caernarfon, including this match, have 7 games to go to the split, whereas Flint have 6 to go, and well, it's the back-to-back matches over well, the next few days, which will have a huge influence on who finishes in the top 6 and who will be scrapping for relegation. Well, it must be said, alongside Airbus, who are on -2 points, and it needs a Christmas miracle really for Airbus to stay in the league.
Oh yeah, I was surprised if Caernarfon gets sucked into the relegation battle, but they're eyeing top 6, and it's going to be tough if they get into top 6. The games they've got coming up, then they would deserve their place in there, because it's not going to be easy. Those back-to-back games against Bala, Penabont away fights in for top 6 as well. TNS, runaway leaders.
And I suppose we're back to that annual discussion. Is it better to finish in the top 6, but you get harder games, or is 7th okay? Because you get if you finish 7th, you get into the playoffs, don't you? And you have easier games in the second half. Yeah,
and you've got the confidence and momentum in the side that you're winning games. You could be in the top 6, and you could lose every game, and you go into the playoff game then probably low on confidence, and you come up against a team that might be full of confidence, and then we've seen a few times that a team is 7th does better in the playoffs.
Ewan Cartwright with the big boot, the big clearance. Caernarfon got an impressive record against Flint Town United, by the way. They've won 7 of the last 8 meetings since the Silkmen were promoted, and of course 2-0 win at the Oval earlier on in the season. But they're trailing here. Flint 1, Caernarfon 0. Anthony Stevens after 9 minutes. And as the ball's launched into the box. And that one goes out for a throw, and it was the big centre-back Brandon Diao using every inch of his 6 foot 6 inches there.
Yeah, it's gone off for a corner, come off the back of Aaron Simpson, I think. So again, that ball whipped in by Anthony Stevens with pace, caused some problems.
And it's the goal scorer with the set piece here, Anthony Stevens. Over to the back again. Once again, it was an opportunity at the far post, headed away by Marsh Hughes, just launched back into the box by James Owen, and an opportunity here for Caernarfon captain Noah Edwards to clear the field. Just breaks fortuitously for Sean Bradley to Darren Thomas. Now then, have Caernarfon got the momentum? Lovely ball, Joe Foe tries to whip it in, falls here. What an opportunity for it was Danny Gossett. And he just mixed his feet up there somehow, didn't he?
Yeah, he should have gone with his left foot. I think he was trying to wait for the ball to come across his body and try and, use his right foot. He should have hit it, go in, meet the ball. That half a second gave the defender the chance to get his tackle in. I think he was... And then Noah Edwards then had half a chance, but Danny Gossett should have done better there.
Now it's Sean Bradley. Now this one will be whipped in. It'll be arced in to the near post. Good headed away by Akpro. Linked in by Danny Gossett. And easily collected by Harry Allen. One of the goal in the JD Cymru Premier by way, and Haverfordwest lead against Aberystwyth, and it's Jordan Davis with the goal.
Poor play by Simmons there. Fantastic control, back to goal. And he didn't have the vision to release Akpro. He was in 8 kisses space down the right-hand side.
Long ball looking for Lloyd Marsh Hughes. Flint looking comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, they are. And, can get the ball up top to Simmons and Akpro a bit quicker, then they could, cause a few more problems, because both are, they go to the back to goal. Caernarfon trying to pinch it again. The winning free kicks. But the space for Caernarfon is in behind the 2 wing backs.
Crunching challenge by Noah Edwards there on Jordan Carroll.
Yeah, great tackle. That's what you'd like to see. Both fall into the tackle.
And it's Akpro with a foul on Ewan Cartwright. One of 2 ever present in the Caernarfon lineup, by the way. Iwan Cartwright and Griff John.
He's claiming he didn't do anything wrong. He thought they'd win it in the corner for his team. And a couple of goals for Akpo this season. And it's Port. For the striker, he'll be looking to score a bit more than that after 16 games of the season.
Approaching the halfway point of the first half, and it's Anthony Stevens' free kick after 9 minutes that separates the sides. His first goal of the season. Danny Harrison, 40 years old. Oh, lovely ball through. There's an opportunity for Simmons. Wasted opportunity. Danny Harrison, Mark, 40 years old. It's got to be one. Is he the oldest player in the league? Still playing, he's got to be, hasn't he?
Well, Mike Wilde's not. Is Mike Wilde 40 yet? No, not far off. Yeah, he's been a good stalwart for the past few years, and he still does a job. Looks after himself. Fitness levels are high. And considering, I'm sure he had a ACL injury last season.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
And he was out for so many months. And at that age, you think, oh, might as well pack in, but he's come back stronger and fancied another season.
You know what? He's played every single game for Flint Town this season. He's an ever-present, as is Harry Owen at the back, by the way. So 2 ever-presents in both sides. Foe. Bobby Beaumont, former Caernarfon player, of course. Cartwright. Lovely ball. Oh, Carroll just took his eye off the ball. Bradley. Can he keep the ball in play? Oh, lovely play by Sean Bradley. Bradley. Trying to go past Carroll. He's got Griff John with him. John. Good cross on the first opportunity and cleared away, but the threat here by the visitors. And it's with Joe Foe. Gossett. Laurie Bell, one of the 2 changes made by Hugh Griffiths this evening. Injuries to Dion Donoghue. Just to remind you that Dion Donoghue and Fidel O'Rourke have suffered injuries this week that will keep them out for weeks, if not months. No Edwards. Past the halfway point of the first half. That's Caernarfon. Flint 1, Caernarfon Town 0.
Caernarfon getting possession of the ball now. They haven't had many.
Lovely play, but just tidied up by Danny Harrison and cleared away by Brandon Dia, but nobody there for Flint.
No, they're all back defending. There's no one in the box for Caernarfon either. How many times that ball's gone into the box or the edge of the box, and they're not getting the bodies in.
Do Caernarfon need a target man, Mark? I mean, they've not really got that height presence. I mean, Lloyd Marsh Hughes isn't the tallest.
No, but what you've got to do, and if someone's playing, a back 3 and will go 1 centre forward, 2 wingers have got to push on the 2, the left side and the right side, the centre half, and make them think, right, I've got to come out on my zone and pick these up, because if Jordan Carroll and Bobby Beaumont are bombing forward, the space is down in behind them, so you drag Anthony Stevens and Harry Owen out of their central slots, and then you might then get Darren Thomas in as a second runner from midfield.
Latest scores, so it's goalless top of the table clash. Connors Quay second against the New Saints. Haverfordwest have extended their lead. It's Haverfordwest 2, Aberystwyth 0. Goalless Pontypridd and Penabont, and goalless Maes Tegid as well, Bala against Airbus. It's Lee Jenkins who's added the second for Haverfordwest after Jordan Davis's alternate. So Haverfordwest, as things stand, leapfrogging Caernarfon up into 7th position. So not going well for Caernarfon as things stand, Mac.
No, and I think Haverfordwest, they'll be looking to jump into that top 6 as well. Before the split, they'll be open to pick, maximum points up from, the Christmas period.
And Aberystwyth They've dropped down beneath Flint, by the Flint up to 9th. There's the ball, looking for Simmons. Almost got his toe to the ball. Carroll. Back to Stevens. Opportunity and effort. Oh, just past the post by Jean-Louis Akpro. But it's Flint pressing for the second here.
Yeah, great wicked cross in there from the right-hand side by Cadwallader that whips it in down that corridor of uncertainty, and then Simmons nearly gets his toes onto that one, and then Akpro with a shot. It wasn't far off. And Flint are creating a better chances.
Caernarfon's away form is very, very ropey. Only one victory away from home in the league. At Cardiff met by 3-0, and 5 of their next 7 games are away from home.
Yeah, I think that was their last win in the league as well, down in Cardiff. Yeah, so it doesn't bode well, does it, if you could go 5 out of 7 away when your form is that dreadful.
Dio thinks the ball forward to Mark Cadwallader. Noah Edwards. Dio just falls to Jordan Carroll, the Irishman. Akpro. He's got Bobby Beaumont on the far side, but it's just taken away by Noah Edwards. And again, Mr. Jones just tried to let the game flow and just calls it back for the foul on James Owen.
Yeah, but how long do you let the play go on for, Bryn? That's the thing. You know, the foul, he went down, he plays on. You know, it's not Caernarfon's fault that, you know, they gave the ball away after the advantage had been played. I know in rugby it's different. You know, they'll bring it back after about 10 minutes in rugby, but again, you know, free kick in a promising area with the height of the Flint players.
And it's the captain, James Owen, with the right-footed. As Ewan Cartwright just under, well, pressure from Bobby Beaumont, just lets the ball run out, and it's a goal kick to Caernarfon Town. And Lee Fowler, he'll be more than happy with the way things are going.
Yeah, he will be. I don't know what, you know, Caernarfon could, you know, match Flint up. You know, they've easily got the personnel to go into a back three if needed. You know, you've got Bell, Simpson, Griff John can play, you know, as a back three. Then you could have Bradley one side, Cartwright down the left. You know, Joe Fore maybe up top with Marsh Hughes, or you bring on, you know, Ben Wynn, who can cause a few problems.
Beaumont. Danny Harrison. No, James Owen, I should say. They're missing Dion Donoghue and Fidel O'Rourke, can't they?
Yeah, it's just Dion's, you know, presence in the back. He's so calm, you know, on the ball, off the ball, you know, and he organises everyone. You know, I think people relax around him knowing that he hardly gives the ball away. You know, organises the back four, plays in front of him, and, you know, got to send our best regards to, you know, Dion and his family after the passing of his grandfather, Mr. Caernarfon, Alan Mimbrey.
Huge loss. Huge loss. And,
character and a half he was.
Yeah. I'm sure if Dion is listening, and Fidel O'Rourke for that matter, we wish you both well. Speedy recovery. And hope you have a happy Christmas under the circumstances. Gossett. T1 Cartwright. Joe Fore. Now then Fore again. Just to put a bit of pressure on the far side. Ball played in, looking for Darren Thomas. Oh, Darren Thomas just snatched at it. And it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, once again, you know, down the wing, you know, down the left and right side, Caernarfon again, Joy. And, you know, to be fair to Brandon Dow, he did foresee where that cross was coming and stepped out to the back three and, you know, did enough to put Darren Thomas off, but at least he got in there. The Covey Messi, you know, better than, you know, it has been going where the crosses are coming in, not enough bodies in the box, but at least then he got himself in there, you know, past that penalty spot, and that's what they need to do more of, Caernarfon, getting more bodies in the box.
Took a knock there, did Darren Thomas. He's having a word with Mr. Hugh Jones. But Diao There was no intent, I don't think. It was just a coming together. The opportunity went. Griff John, lovely ball to Thomas once again. Now then, Bradley. Back to Darren Thomas. Thomas, can he fashion a cross? He can. It's cleared away by Anthony Stevens. And Danny Gossett. Back to Laurie Bell. Bell under pressure from O'Kara Simmons. Tibbetts. Simmons continues his run. Cartwright. Still Haverfordwest 2, Aberystwyth 0. By the way, goalless. Bala Airbus is the big match at the top, as we were mentioning. At the D-side stadium, Connors Quay 2nd 0, New Saints the leaders 0. Here at Caercastell, it's Anthony Stevens' goal after 9 minutes that separate the sides. Laurie Bell gives the ball away cheaply to Danny Harrison. Harrison, Akpor holds the ball. Lovely ball to O'Kara Simmons. Simmons, clear opportunity. Simmons turns one way, turns the other. The chance is still there. James Owen has the opportunity gone. Owen. Carroll. Just held up by Sean Bradley. Anthony Stevens whips the ball in. Almost fell for Akpro, but what a chance there, Mark, for O'Kara Simmons.
Yeah, he tries to walk the ball in. Just sometimes he's going to smash it in past the keeper. Great first touch, takes it into his stride. There, hits it now. No, he's got to take the extra 2-3 touches, trying to go around the keeper and walk it in. You can't do that, not at this level. You just got to smash the ball in. And then half a chance then for Akpro. Simmons should have doubled Flint's advantage.
Yeah, should have put the laces there, shouldn't he, really? Top scorer, Flint, top scorer, by the way. O'Kara Simmons with 4 goals. Has a tendency to try to beat the extra man. There's O'Kara Simmons. Diao.
Yeah, again, not the best of returns. 4 goals for Simmons this season. Just get chances.
4. There's a threat down the far side. Is Foe with the effort. Aaron Simpson. He's captain Noah Edwards. John. Fortunate to get the ball back. Griff John. Edwards. Foe. Now Johan Cartwright. Needs to go back to Aaron Simpson. Now Cartwright, he's got space in front of him as Cartwright finds Darren Thomas. Oh, look at all the Flint players behind the ball. Oh no, Edwards, jinking run by Edwards. Edwards still there. Falls for Griff John. Oh, they're claiming a handball from Anthony Stevens, but nothing doing there. There's Simmons, he just stumbled, lost his feet there, did O'Kara Simmons. 10 minutes of the first half remaining. Flint leading 1-0. Anthony Stevens' goal after 9 minutes.
That's got to be free kick, is it? No, throw in, he's given.
Here's the opportunity again for Joe Fomark.
Yeah, cuts inside, likes to cut inside on his right foot, and good block by Harry Owen, similar, a couple of seconds after by Anthony Stevens. Not quite solid this evening, the Flint defence.
Well marshalled by Brandon Diao. Cartwright spots the space for Griff John, lovely ball to the far side, but nobody there for the visitors, and Bowman with the clearance upfield. Almost fell for Jean-Louis Akpro. Simpson. Oh, nobody there for Caernarfon. And that'll be so frustrating, not only for him, but for his manager, who's far from happy down in front of us here.
Yeah, but there's no pressure on the ball. You had all the time in the world to make a decision. And I don't know what he's seen over there. Maybe someone's walking in a high-vis jacket or something behind behind the advertising hoardings, but it wasn't a Caernarfon shirt.
We'll be with Flint on Boxing Day, by the way, at Deeside Stadium. Live match here on Scoria. Lovely ball through for Noah Edwards. Yep, we'll be with Connors Quay against Flint Town United on Boxing Day. 2:30 kick-off here on Scoria.
Yeah, I don't think Harry Owen will be available Boxing Day and New Year's Eve because of if he's on loan from Connors Quay. I don't think they'll allow him to play.
Good play there by James Owen. Just tracked back. There's Noah Edwards just feigned to turn. Cadwallader cleared away by Laurie Bell as far as Bobby Beaumont. He's just not clicking at the moment for the Canaries, are they?
No, they are getting balls into the box. They are getting bodies in there now, but they're not timing their runs, or they're making the wrong runs.
Knock back throw, lovely out to Jordan Carroll. Carroll facing up to Griff John. Carroll turns one way and the other. Good play by Jordan Carroll. Carroll into the box, and there was nobody there to finish it off for Flint. And now the opportunity for Darren Thomas. Thomas just leaps over the challenge. Gossett, Danny Gossett, just crowded out, barges the referee over, and Mr. Jones takes a tumble, gets up and gives the free kick to Caernarfon.
I think he was about to give a free kick, and then I'm not sure if it was one of the Flint players that bundled him over, but he got up pretty quick. Oh no, it's Danny Gossett. There'll be a booking.
Dear me. No Edwards.
Flint are pretty happy to let Simpson and Bell have it at the back. Not much pressure going. Quite a low block they've got. Everyone's more or less behind the ball apart from Simmons.
Simpson. Oh, Marsh Hughes just having to come deep to get a touch of the ball. Lloyd Marsh Hughes. Cartwright. Full. Laurie Bell just dwelled a bit on the ball. Bradley, lovely first touch. Just to wrong foot Anthony Stevens. Bradley, no Edwards. Edwards, oh, how often have we seen him in that position, rifling the ball into the bottom or the top corner. And that time, just balloons it over the bar.
Yeah, scored one here this time last year into the top corner. No Edwards, and there, I think Marsh Hughes, he moves away from Sean Bradley. I know he creates a space here for No Edwards, but he's got to come a little bit shorter and to play that ball into him, you know, hold it up or just lay it off then to Edwards or Gossett or Darren Thomas, and then they can just come on to the ball to have a shot. But he's drifted to the far post where he should have been there as an option. But that's why if you've got another centre forward on the field, one would go short, one would go a bit longer.
Into the last 5 minutes here at Caer Castell. The new Saints, by the way, down to 10 men at Connors Quay. We'll have a quick look at the latest scores. It's Connors Quay 0, New Saints 0, but Danny Redmond has been sent off in that match. Aberystwyth have pulled the goal back. Haverfordwest 2, Aberystwyth 1, Pontypridd 0, Penybont 0, and Bala 0, Airbus 0. And it's Louis Bradford with the goal for Aberystwyth. So it's Haverfordwest 2, Aberystwyth 1. Doesn't change things in the table, as we were mentioning earlier on. There's a clash of heads here. So it's Marsh Hughes.
I think it's Brandon Diao, is it?
Yes,
That's
I think
down.
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Front player.
Yeah. Here we go. Ooh. Well, he's so tall, he had to stoop for the ball there, Mark, and I think he's come off worse, actually, as Brandon Diao.
Yeah, I think he catches the shoulder of Marsh Hughes when he's going down, and then obviously when he's fallen awkwardly, then he takes Marsh Hughes out, and I think that's what the injury to Marsh Hughes is. But I think Flint will be happy with, the way the first half has gone. That it should be, you could argue they could be, further ahead with the chances they've created.
Cledwyn Ashford and Andy Davis, former Wrexham manager, at the back there.
Yeah, and Nigel Beaumont, former Wrexham player, in front of him, talking to him. Watching his lad Bobby's playing
Beaumont's dad.
Flint, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I think Cledwyn Ashford knows everyone, whichever ground he goes to.
He does. I think Cledwyn Ashford knows everybody, full stop.
Wales, yeah. Enjoyed himself in Qatar, though.
He did indeed. He even enjoyed one of those electronic scooters, did Cled. Not too sure if he stayed on it, mind.
Well, he told me you walk miles, but you can't have done it if you had the scooter.
No. He was one of those scooters, he was. Cadwaladr back to Carroll. Into the last 2 minutes, there will be time added on for just a couple of stops and that injury to Diao. Lovely ball. Akpro. Oh, that was a good cross. Well taken by Josh Tibbett.
Yeah, it was easy for the keeper. That's not much to do. Tibbett in goal. Even though Flint have had the best chances, they haven't tested Tibbett. Apart from that free kick after 8 or 9 minutes.
Carroll just tries to keep the ball in play. Did well there, did Jordan Carroll. Griff John. Intelligent ball by John to Danny Gossett. Now Cartwright. Foe is there. The goal back for Caernarfon just before the break. Foe. Joe Foe into the box. Foe. Back to Cartwright. Cartwright opportunity just to lift the ball, looking for Marsh Hughes. He got up above Anthony Stevens, did Lloyd Marsh Hughes, but there was no power on the header.
No power. Joe Foe, surprised he could have gone down there, but stayed on his feet, and then the cross comes in, and from Cartwright to the far post. Yeah, the angle wasn't the best. Maybe he could have tried to loop that one back towards the near post rather than trying to guide it down past Harry Allen.
Bell looking for Bradley. Stevens with a header. Carroll. Akpro looking for the run from Simmons. Simmons immediately. Akpro got the ball. And 2 minutes added. 2 minutes added as Flint claim a free kick, but it was well timed, that one, by Aaron Simpson.
Yeah, it was according to the referee, but if the ball's gone out where it has gone, I don't think Simpson gets much on it. If you see the ball goes straight out of play, if Simmons gets a touch on it, it should be going towards the clubhouse. That's a free kick.
Is it in the box?
I think
the line counts. The line counts.
Simpson's in the box, but whether Simmons is in the box is questionable. But it was a free kick, whichever way you look at it.
So 2 minutes added on as Mr. Jones does deem this to be a free kick, and it was Darren Thomas who was there, coming together between Akpro and Sean Bradley.
Yeah, they are questioning here now, I think.
No, I think Mr. Joe, he's going to show it's a yellow card. Red card. And Iwan Williams has been sent off. Red card for the Flint Town United assistant manager, Iwan Williams. And must have said something to the referee, and I don't think it's the first time that Iwan's been sent off this season, by the way.
Against his old club, Caernarfon. I think they're still arguing about that challenge by Simpson on Simmons. Must have said something to the assistant referee.
James Owen, meantime, with the free kick held up on the edge of the area. Out as far as almost there for Harrison. No Edwards. Now then,
it's 2-on-2 here.
Joe Foe. Oh, lovely, excellent defending. And it's an opportunity for Flint to clear the ball. It's a long ball looking for Akpro. And Cliff John just had to be alive and alert there as the referee blows the whistle for the half-time. And, well, it's Anthony Stevens' goal after 9 minutes, but here's the incident, Mark. What do you make of this one by Darren Thomas?
No, it's just his forearm's just into James's chest there. James got his arm up as well. You know, they're both 6 and 1 after, isn't it? It's a foul. It is a foul, but it's not nothing malicious by Darren Thomas. But I think the reason he once got sent off is due to that penalty incident.
So Anthony Stevens' 9-minute goal is the difference between the teams here at Caernarfon. Half-time here. It's Flint Town United 1, Caernarfon 0. Come back in about 15 minutes for the second half. Welcome back to Caernarfon. Flint Town United leading by 1-0. Anthony Stevens' sweet free kick after 9 minutes. And it's the home side who get us back underway. No changes in either side at the break, by the way. So I should think, Mark, that Hugh Griffiths, would you have told the current 11, OK, show me what you've got in the first 15, 20 minutes, possibly, before there'll be any changes?
I think it'll be less than that, but I think, you know, they've got to come out of the front foot. They've got to get the ball out wider. You know, maybe push Darren Thomas further forward. And, you know, take the chances if they do arise as a crunching tackle by Beaumont.
Gossett. Cartwright. Edwards. Bright start by Caernarfon to the second half. Cartwright. First time box into Sean Bradley. Almost the perfect start to the second half for the visitors, and Sean Bradley so close for the Covies.
Yeah, it was a slick move down this left-hand side. You know, Cartwright's getting in there. And I think Bradley just sneaks in at that near post. Going to wrap his foot around it enough to get it, keep it down. But shows the intent of Caernarfon. It was a good move. Good flow in football from the Covies.
Clearance by Harry Allen. Out on the full. No Edwards. To Joe Foe. Caernarfon have obviously had a telling off in the break there, as Darren Thomas ventures from, well, was that good 25-30 yards.
Yeah, even though the keeper's not been troubled by either efforts by Bradley or this one by Darren Thomas, at least they're showing a bit of, you know, fight and, you know, taking the game to Flint to the start of the second half. And, you know, that's what reaction Hugh Griffiths would have wanted after his half-time pep talk.
Well, there was one header by Lloyd Marsh-Hughes. There was a tame header in the first half. I don't know if you count that one as an opportunity, really. So Caernarfon have had two, well, good opportunities in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, what they've got to be now is make sure that they are tight in the back. They don't be caught by that sucker punch trying to get that goal too early.
Caernarfon haven't lost here since November 2009.
Yeah, they've won the last 5 against Flint in the league. So now they've won here this season already. They beat Flint Mountain in the Welsh Cup back in, I think it was October.
Yeah.
Was that game? They have played on this pitch. The new artificial surface, yeah.
And the playoff final last season as well, of course, Caernarfon winning 2-1. Laurie Bell scoring in the 121st minute to send Caernarfon through to the Scottish Challenge Cup. Long ball out from the back once again. Cleared away to Bobby Beaumont. Beaumont, oh, lovely touch, but he's taken down by Danny Gossett. Easy free kick from Hugh Jones to Award.
Yeah, and again, it's in a promising position if you send the big lads up from the back.
The options for Griffiths with Rob Hughes at the end there. Top assist last season with 14. Not a single one this season, by the way. Opportunity here for the home side.
Yeah, another chance. Goes back in for Flint. Again, it's that long ball causing problems into that penalty area. It's an effective way. I remember Hill used to do it a lot when Timmy Edwards was playing. They just put that ball straight down towards the penalty spot, and you know, everything feed off the bits of what Timmy, because he caused so many problems.
Stevens. That was the free kick to the far post, where it's headed back in by Akpro and cleared away by Noah Edwards. But Caernarfon almost falling to the sucker punch there.
Here's another chance for Akpro. How many does he need? He's only scored 2 this season, and it's clearly, you can see why he's not clinical whatsoever in front of goal. All his other bits and bobs he does outside of that penalty area is good. He can't. It's a good header back by Bobby Beaumont. Maybe a bit too high for him, but he's got to do better.
Here's a shock for you, Mark. Bala 0, Airbus 1.
There's a shock in it. A lot of people's coupons will be busted with that if that score stays the same. And I put a talking Bala's aspirations of finishing in the top 2. Yes, with Cardiff Met and a good run of form as they are now.
Yeah, Cardiff Met won 2-1 last night against Newtown. The average, by the way, to get into the top 6 over the different seasons is 31 points. Opportunity here for Sean Bradley. Just dwell for a moment. And it's cleared away by Danny Harrison. Still there for Griff John. John back in for Darren Thomas. Thomas just tries to lay the ball square, but an opportunity here for the break. And it's Cadwallader. And he's brought down by Ewan Cartwright, and that's going to be a yellow card for Ewan Cartwright. Yeah,
cynical foul by Cartwright. What he had to do and take for the team, because he was breaking Cadwallader and Flint, who'd been 3-on-3 if he'd gone past.
Cynical foul.
Well, this is a chance, great cross in, fizzed across that 6-yard box. And I think it was Harry Owen that got the block in, came across from the far side. Seen the danger. Talking of danger.
James Owen lost the free kick into the box. It's loose as an opportunity. It cleared off the line and back into the grateful hands of Josh Tibbetts. What an opportunity to Flint to double the advantage.
Yeah, it could cost them all these chances for Flint, but it was a great block by Aaron Simpson. Followed the ball back in, cleared off the line. And he saved himself. Saved his team going further behind.
Loose ball picked up by Joe Fofo. Head down, just a trademark run past Harry Owen. Good play by Joe Fo. Lovely run, lovely goal, lovely finish. All square. Flint 1, Caernarfon 1.
Yeah, all come from a mistake in midfield. I think it's Mark Cadwallader that gave the ball away, and then James Owen tried to keep up with the pace of Joe Fo. I think he pulled his hamstring, in trying to do so. But again, that chance, Simpson clears from Cadwallader's effort. They go up the other end of the field, hit him on a break. Danny Gossett, I think they lose the ball here. Caernarfon. And then they got, Danny Harrison. And there you go, Joe Fo. I think you can see now, James Owen grabbing the back of his hamstring, well, that's cramp or a pull, but, he goes round, Harry Owen turns him one way, turns the other, and a clinical finish, and that's what Flint haven't done, not been clinical, and Caernarfon have, they have been the better side at the start of the second half, and, they've had the reaction that Hugh Griffiths wanted at the interval.
Joe Fo's 4th goal of the season. We'll just keep an eye on James Owen. And, he did certainly hold the hamstring there. Back to the 31 points I was mentioning, by the way. That's the average to get into the top 6 in the past seasons. And the new Saints Connors Quay were already there before last night, and Cardiff Met joined them. So they appear to have booked their place in the top 6. And as we were mentioning, Bala trailing at home 1-0 to Airbus. If it stayed like that, that would be a huge upset.
Yeah, Airbus on plus then. Points to be back in the positive rather than a negative. There's a foul by Harrison on Darren Thomas, and there's a second.
Yeah, it was Andy Davis with the goal for Airbus. Adam Davis with the goal.
Okay, Connor's Key have gone in front as well.
Connor's Key have scored, and it's George Horan who's got the goal there. So goals starting to fly in. 1-1 here. Caernarfon looking to capitalise again with Bradley. Wind in their sails here. There's Ewan Cartwright. Cartwright goes for a near post. Took a smart save from Harry Allen. Caernarfon got their tails up here, Mark.
Yeah, they're on top now, Caernarfon. I'm not sure if that took a deflection on its way towards that near post, but Harry Allen had to deal with it. Again, Cartwright in the thick of things down this left-hand side. Could turn the game on its head if they score here.
Free kick, corner kick. Bradley whips it in. Good punch away by Harry Allen. Danny Gossett, space, time, just to measure the cross. It's a deep one again. Looking for Simpson, falls to Bradley. Oh, just snatched, just dragged it away. And he goes out for a goal kick. 10 minutes played in the second half, all square here. Flint 1, Caernarfon 1.
Yeah, rash effort there by Sean Bradley. They're not going to win many balls in the air with the height of the Flint back three, but that ball deep into Bradley could have taken maybe another touch and took it inside. I think Craig Harrison's been sent off, TNS manager as well, this evening, and that will close the gap. If that stays the same to a point, and I think that'll be 10th win in a row for Connors Key.
So Danny Redmond, I should say, sent off, and now Craig Harrison sent off here. Ewan Williams has been sent off. He's sitting just away to the left of us.
It's not on his own then. One of the staff being sent off.
For the second time this season, by the way. Bala have equalised. It's Bala 1, Airbus 1. Akpo, strength, determination. Oh, good play by Akpo. And then he's brought down by Darren Thomas, right in front of Mr. Hugh Jones.
Yeah, that opportunity then, just to see the steam out the game. Caernarfon have been on top, and they can get this ball into the mixer. Send the big lads up. Once again.
Anthony Stevens after 9 minutes, putting Flint ahead. Joe Foe, excellent individual goal after 52 minutes all square. And it's a free kick headed on by Harry Owen. Whatever Hugh Griffiths said at the break, Mark, what changes, the tactical changes he made, whatever he said, has definitely worked.
I don't think there's been any tactical change. I think they've just said, get the ball further wide, because that's where the space is. Sean Bradley and Joe Foe, Anthony Stevens and Harry Owen. Last thing you want to see is the two wingers running at them rather than running at the fullback. They're getting dragged out, and that's what happened to the goal. Harry Owen got dragged out because Joe Foe was in behind Bobby Bowman, the wing back, and then once you start taking him into the penalty area, and you got a tricky winger like Joe Foe, it was a hard lad to stop.
James Owen moving freely, by the way. Did feel his hamstring after the equaliser, but does appear to be moving much more loosely in midfield.
Yeah, they're just up to tempo. Caernarfon haven't they started the second half a bit sluggish, a bit flat the first half, and obviously some words were said, stern words were said during an interval by the coaching staff, and to be fair, the players have responded to the call, and they've been a better side in this first more or less 15 minutes of the second half.
Flint certainly bossed the first half, and it was Anthony Stevens' goal. Lovely free kick into the top left-hand corner around the wall, gave them the lead after 9 minutes.
Saying that, but it's the same old story for Flint this season. They creating chances, but they're not putting them away, and then they get punished.
Akpo whips the ball in, but that one will run away for a goal kick. And here's the Covey Army. They've been in Flint since 3 o'clock this afternoon, Mark.
Yeah, it is Mad Friday, isn't it? Probably a lot of people, half days off. Not many were in school today, I wouldn't have thought, even though they were open, or college.
And they're well oiled with people like that. Noah Edwards, strong run once again, looking for the run of Griff John down the far side. And that one will run out, and it's corner kick.
I don't think a point will do any of the teams any favours. Flint will probably be happier than Caernarfon, but chances they've had, Lee Fowler will be disappointed that his side won't take the 3 points as it stands.
Darren Thomas with the corner kick for Caernarfon. Whips it in once again. Griff John with a header. Maybe the leap a little slightly higher. He could have targeted downwards.
Yeah, he hasn't scored this season. Griff John, again, they're trying to get that ball away from Brandon Diao, who's in the centre of the penalty area to far post, and Anthony Stevens did enough, and it was hard to, for Griff to get that effort down on target.
An hour played here at the SCT Stadium. Flint Town United 1, Caernarfon 1. It's Connors Key. Well, I thought that George Horan had put New Saint, Connors Key header against the New Saints. Haverfordwest 2, Aberystwyth 1. Dan Jeffries, who scored for Penybont. Pontypridd 0, Penybont 1. And it's all square at Bala. Bala 1, Airbus 1. Yes, indeed, Connors Key are leading. Connors Key 1, New Saints 0. Danny Redmond and Craig Harrison sent off for Connors Key, and George Horan with the goal for Connors Key.
Yeah, they're asking for a bit more here. Caernarfon. I think it's O'Kara Simmons. I think he got to the ball first, I think, and then obviously just follow through, caught Simpson. Simmons is up on his feet.
Just to confirm that Connors Key do lead by a goal to 0. George Horan with the goal there.
Pontypridd losing, that won't do them any favours with back-to-back games against Haverfordwest coming up over the Christmas period.
Yep, there's a gap opening at the bottom there now, isn't there? I mean, Flint, as things stand, will be up to 17 points. Pontypridd stuck on 13, and Airbus, well, they'll be on -1 now if it stays the same.
I don't know if Simpson will be able to carry on here, but they have the, options on the bench for Caernarfon. Ryan Williams or Kai Griffith.
Yellow card there for Aaron Simpson. So
that's a bit harsh.
It's a bit. Joins you one Cartwright in Mr. Hugh Jones's little black book. No yellow card for O'Kara Simmons, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think Simpson will play any further part in this game by the look of it. It's a chance here for Flint, though.
So Anthony Stevens, Caernarfon down to 10 men. Stevens whips one to the far post once again, headed away. Simmons goes down in the box. Nothing doing according to Mr. Jones. Now then a chance for the break, but it was Carroll there who was alert and just hammered away by Noah Edwards. Griff John just scampers after the ball, keeps the ball in play. Good play by Griff John. And it's a throw into Caernarfon. Penalty there, Mark, for Flint.
Need to see it again, but it was clumsy more than anything. It's in, it's half clear. I think it's Danny Gossett. Need to see the other angle. I don't think Gossett fouling. No, he's got his arm on the back of him, but I think he goes down too easy. He needs some, assistant referee there. He could see, had a better view than Hugh Jones, the referee.
Seen them given, but not on this occasion. As Griff John just regains possession for Caernarfon to Bradley looking for the run of Griff John once again. Change for Caernarfon. Rob Hughes. And it's we understand that Darren Thomas will be departing, Mark. And Rob Hughes coming on.
Yeah, like for like. So Darren Thomas scored here last season. Rob Hughes scored one of the goals in that 4-3 victory.
Former Flint player, of course. 1 goal this season. Top assist provider for Caernarfon last season, Mark, with 14 assists. This season, 0.
Yeah, he's been in and out the side this season through injury or lack of form. You know, but prior to that 2-0 victory at the start of the season at the Oval for Caernarfon, you know, Rob had scored, you know, in the past 3 games against Flint, so maybe that's why he's been put on.
Simmons turns in field. Simmons is brought down by Noah Edwards. Those two coming together once again, this time outside the penalty area.
Well, they're asking for at least a booking here. Well, that was close. You know, that was on the edge of the penalty area, inches away from being a penalty. Just dives in, you know, slow his tackle down there and just shepherd him away from the penalty area. But we've seen what Anthony Stevens can do from the other side of the penalty area from this range.
Clumsy challenge from the captain.
Yeah, didn't time it very well. Should have slowed down as he got there. Just put the pressure on. Favour Anthony Stevens here after his effort after 9 minutes.
From the opposite side of the penalty area, Anthony Stevens steps up. Stevens, high and wide.
Yeah, I think if you look at the wall there, you know, you've got 4 players in. Rob Hughes, the second man, the smallest player of them all. He should have gone for the other side. You know, over the top of the second man in the wall. He went for power rather than direction.
Luke Wall has scored his second and Balla's second of the evening, so they've come from behind of Balla Town. It's Balla 2, Airbus 1. As Allen comes outside his area to clear. It's Caernarfon 1, TNS 0. 1-1 here. Over West 2, Aberystwyth 1, and Pontypridd 0, Penabont 1. Goals in all the games this evening in the JD Cymru Premier. Bobby Beaumont. Poor ball. It's picked up by Rob Hughes. Hughes to Noah Edwards. Edwards, quick feet out to the far side to Griff John. John back into Noah Edwards. Edwards, can he work the ball onto his dangerous left foot? Goes to the dangerous right foot on target. Well held by Harry Allen.
Yeah, he had to keep hold of that, the keeper, because I think Sean Bradley was rushing in for the bits. Noah Edwards just, you know, allowed to go across, you know, and get a space to get a shot off straight at the keeper. He did well to keep hold of it.
Cartwright with a header to Joe Foe. Joe Foe. He was almost pulled down by Bobby Beaumont, and Mr. Jones on. It's a yellow card here for Bobby Beaumont.
Yeah, it was a late challenge on Joe Foe. Tries to slow him down.
First yellow card of the match to a Flint player, Bobby Beaumont. And Aaron Simpson, Ewan Cartwright into the book for Caernarfon. Past the midway point of the second half here at the Essity Stadium. Full. Good play by Caernarfon. Edwards, and he was looking for the run there of Lloyd Marsh-Hughes.
Yeah, it was a wrong ball then by Edwards. He's gone further wide to Sean Bradley. That's where the space was, and that's where the space still is, you know, for Caernarfon. Joe Foe and Sean Bradley. They're playing in between the lines.
Excellent effort from far by Mark Cadwallader. And Tibbetts just spilling the ball. So Anthony Stevens' goal after 9 minutes. Here's the effort from Cadwallader once again.
Yeah, I think straight at, you know, the keeper Josh Tibbetts. Flint come again.
Simmons from far. Just aware possibly that Tibbetts had spilled the previous one. worth venturing from distance.
Yeah, optimistic. Glass half full, not half empty from Makira Simmons. But worth a try. Sometimes see them flying into the top corner.
Well, it's the old chestnut, I suppose, Mark. This could go either way. It's there for both teams. 20 minutes remaining. And Simpson's down. And no, I don't think he's going to carry any. You doubted it a few minutes ago, Mark, if he'd come back, and it doesn't look good at all.
No, I think, they said once he went off last time he wouldn't be carrying on. And I think they'd call Alec Maduma back at that stage 5 minutes ago. He tried to run it off. Couldn't do with this, be a loss for Caernarfon. Steve Donahue out as well. Simpson now out. Could be out of the Boxing Day game on Monday. But not a bad replacement to come on.
I know.
Comfortable play at the back or in midfield. He could go left back, and Ewan Cartwright could shift into or Griff John could shift into the centre of the defence. Well, so there are options there for Drew Griffiths. There's a goal from Joe Foe. Twist one way, twist the other, and a low shot in. He used his pace to get away from James Owen. Takes the defender into the box, who can't touch it in there. And it goes across the keeper, which is good. Because if he does parry it out, if he does get a touch onto it, there's a couple of players then to put the bits in. But that was not needed, because it was a powerful effort.
Alec Maduma.
Caernarfon back into the game.
24 caps for Zimbabwe, Alec Maduma, and he's slotted into the left back slot, as is Sean Bradley. Bradley tries to work the ball onto his left foot. Bradley gets his shot away. Bradley once again. Good block, and it's headed away by Beaumont, only as far as Rob Hughes. Griff John, ball into the box to Bradley. Bradley, can he turn? Bradley tries to set the ball up for Rob Hughes once again, and it goes out for Danny Gossett.
Yeah, Bradley likes to cut in from whichever wing he's on his left foot this time. It's Diao has a second opportunity. Great block by Stevens, and this one does well, but then the pass a bit too firm with his pass there for Danny Gossett. Couldn't sort his feet out quick enough.
We saw exactly the same thing in the first half as well, didn't we? Quick ball across the box, and he just mixed his feet up almost. Good play by Simmons. He's gone past Madimu. Simmons into the box once again. Was he brought down? Was he caught there by Ewan Cartwright? No, according to Mr. Jones. An opportunity for Noah Edwards to carry the ball out. Edwards past Danny Harrison.
No, that was a great challenge by Cartwright. Timed that perfectly.
John. Bradley. Bradley goes past Carroll to Danny Gossett. Gossett, he's got Griff John again on the far side. This is Sean Bradley. Bradley. John. 3 Caernarfon players in the box, waiting for across. No Edwards. Edwards goes for goal. Cleared away by Beaumont for Flint Town United, who find themselves under pressure all of a sudden.
Yeah, end to end here now. Both teams sensing it can take the 3 points.
Flint preparing Larnell Cole to come on, as Diao clears the ball up to Akpro, who falls dramatically and wins the free kick. And now it'll be an opportunity for Flint to make the change. It's Mark Cadwallader who's leaving the field, with Larnell Cole coming on.
I worked hard, Mark Cadwallader, this evening, trying to provide the support for both centre forwards. Different proposition out with Larnell Cole. The Covies to think about.
Positive change by Lee Fowler as Anthony Stevens launches the ball in the direction of Harry Owen. Cole's first touch Falls to Diao. Simmons, oh, just missed his effort. Owen tries to curl the ball to the far post, cleared away by Gossett. An opportunity now for Rob Hughes. Hughes looks for the run of Bradley. Stevens watched it all the way. James Owen, and it's end-to-end stuff now, Mark.
It is, but again, Lee Fowler will be cursing at the opportunities that his team have had tonight to not put them away. Again, another great chance to go back in front. Simmons, who's had the chances this season and this evening.
Akpro looking for the run of Cole once again. And there was a foul there by Danny Gossett on Larnell Cole. Referee again within feet of the incident. Free kick to Flint.
Yeah, it was a foul by Danny Gossett, and he's a chance. Brandon Diao does well, leaves it, squares it across to Simmons. He gets, he just couldn't sort his feet out. Air shot more or less from the striker.
James Owen with the free kick, runs all the way through to the keeper. And Diao was so close. Ball given away, picked up by Danny Harrison. Simmons to Beaumont. Cole tries to create the space. Falls to Larnell Cole. Quick feet back to Danny Harrison. Harrison looking for Simmons on the far side. Opportunity for Akpro, and it's cleared away. And that one will run out for a corner kick to Flint. So close.
That's two chances now. That free kick that was put in on this chance. Why not use your left foot there? Just, use your left foot rather than trying again. Same as Simmons in the first half. Trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. Chances are going and getting wasted by Flint.
Into the last 15 minutes of the 90. Anthony Stevens, his goal seems so far ago now. Whipped onto the far post, though it needed a touch from the keeper. And I think the keeper just diverted it onto Brandon Diao, and it goes out for a goal kick to Caernarfon.
Yeah, wicked corner kick again, and Tibbetts does enough just to, like you said, Bryn, just divert it onto the back of Diao's head. But, going back to that free kick, if he was 6'7", he probably would have scored, but, he tried to reach out for it. It was a wicked ball in by James Owen previously from the free kick, and
Harrison with a header to Joe Foe. Looking for the run. And the side by Caernarfon, number 12, Lloyd Marsh Hughes. Griff John with the throw in. You can hear the Covey Army just trying to G their side up. Rob Hughes. Trickery by Hughes. The Flint players want of tackling him. Bobby Beaumont, an opportunity to clear the ball upfield, only finds no Edwards. Good challenge by James Owen to Akpro. Cole. Simmons, I think he would just gone offside, but he'd never have got that one anyway.
Yeah, could have delayed his run half a yard. And Cole could have played him here earlier, maybe.
Diao, free header to Danny Gossett as well. He's just barged over by Larnell Cole. The free kick's given to Flint. Simmons quick to get on with it. Simmons, he's got Bobby Beaumont out on the right. Cole, and Mudimu just slips, gives the ball away. Throw in to Flint.
I think Beaumont, remember, has got a long throw. That's why Diao and Harry Owen have moved upfield.
Beaumont looking for Diao. Headed away, and Danny Gossett did well. He used his body there to shield the ball away, but it's James Owen who gains possession. No, Danny Gossett just coming together, and Mr. Jones just giving him his final warning there.
Yeah, and he said something out of turn.
Yeah. And Danny Gossett, well, he's talked himself into a yellow card. And that's unforgivable, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not going to change his mind, is he? I know his frustration, you know, when he's out on our field.
Danny Gossett joins Iwan Cartwright. And Aaron Simpson on a yellow card as Stevens again whips the ball up to the far post, cleared away by Gossett. Only as far as Carroll. 10 minutes remaining. Harrison to the far side to O'Kara Simmons, but the ball well picked up by Noah Edwards. This could go either way. Stevens, Bobby Beaumont, both sides fair play going for it. Lanel Cole. He's got Akpro in front of him. He's got Simmons at the edge of the box. This is Danny Harrison. Stevens momentum with Flint in the last 5 minutes or so.
Cole offside. Maybe she could have left that for Beaumont because he would have been onside. But maybe, you know, looking at Caernarfon's bench, you got Ben Wynn to come on. You know, maybe give a different option in behind, but a pace. He's got that long throw as well if they need it.
The later scores in the JD Cymru frame. George Horan's goal still separates Connors Quay and 10-man New Saints. It's Haverfordwest 2, Aberystwyth 1. Pontypridd still trailing 1-0 at home to Penybont. Bala leading 2-1 against Airbus, having trailed by a goal to 0. Here, it's all square into the last 10 minutes as Rob Hughes loses possession. Laurie Bell beats O'Kara Simmons to the ball. Noah Edwards. Mudimu to Danny Gossett. This is Joe Foe. Tug on the shirt there by Bobby Beaumont. Foe prefers that left foot, but it falls to Noah Edwards. Can he get a shot away? Edwards. Good challenge there. It falls for Danny Gossett and is cleared away by Anthony Stevens, not convincingly. And Foe just regains possession to Danny Gossett. Gossett out to the far side. Rob Hughes left-footed. Hughes still going. Leaves it for Joe Foe. Rob Hughes should have pulled the trigger there, Mark.
Yeah, it was on his favoured left foot. You know, Joe Foe thought that took a deflection, but obviously didn't. But yeah, he should have, you know, did well, cuts across from the, you know, far side of the field. And then, you know, should have pulled the trigger.
One thing we've got to remember, Mark, that Flint started the season with numerous away games because of the new pitch being laid. 5 of the 6 next games, including this one, are here at Caernarfon, so they've got every opportunity to climb out of danger at the bottom of the table.
Yeah, you might as well call Connors Quay's not far away from to travel neither on Boxing Day, so, you know, all local matches, and, you know, they'll be eyeing, you know, a few points, you know, to maybe try and sneak, probably top 6 is out of their reach, but, you know, you've got to try and get those points on board to maybe, you know, aim for that 7th place then come the end of the second half of the season.
Mudimu. Back to Gossett. Looking for the run of Sean Bradley. He's got Alec Mudimu with him. Mudimu is cleared away by Diao. And then Cole. And then Harry Owen. Up to O'Kara Simmons. Simmons held up by Laurie Bell. Strong play by O'Kara Simmons. Free kick. And again, the referee just tries to allow the game to flow.
Yeah, you know, Danny Gossett could have been unfortunate there. You know, Hugh Jones, the referee, pulled it back for the foul a couple of yards further back because he could have had a decision to make if he'd gone for the Danny Gossett foul.
James Owen, long free kick again, looking for Diao. Held the ball up, falls to Simmons. O'Kara Simmons to Carroll. Jordan Carroll to Simmons, and the ball in. Oh, what an opportunity for Jean-Louis Akpro. Oh, golden opportunity squandered.
Yeah, it's not the first time tonight. Either of the front two has missed a chance. You know, it's a great ball in to him. You know, first time he got it the target. You know, what is it, 6-7 yards out?
I think the reaction of the fan behind the goal says it all. Head in his hands, as was Jean-Louis Akpro. Rob Hughes. Alec Mudimu. Is there a twist in the tail here at the City Stadium? Joe Foe. Mudimu, space, time to measure the cross into the near post. And it was Sean Bradley. Almost there, 5 minutes remaining. Akpro should have scored, should have put Flint ahead. Larnell Cole, he's been a live wire since coming on. To Akpro, he's got Okera Simmons with him. He was pulled back surely there by Hughes, by the referee.
I think he's given a throw. Is he giving a throw in or is he giving a foul, or what's the decision here? I think he's giving a throw in for Caernarfon. I think he hasn't given a foul. There's a chance for Sean Bradley. You know, great ball in by Mudimu. Takes a deflection, but yeah, don't think it was a chance when you think about it.
Yeah, it is a throw in. Rob Hughes, jinking run once again, just gets himself out of danger. Does that so well. Does Rob Hughes, releases Griff John. No, Edwards, back to John. Danny Gossett. That's right, forced all the way back. Mudimu. Hughes just drops the shoulder. He was aware of the presence of Harry Owen there, was Rob Hughes. Bradley. He's got Marsh Hughes in the middle. Joe Foe's there as well. This is Noah Edwards. Hughes. And he carry the ball on to Alec Mudimu. Mudimu goes for goal! Alec Mudimu, he was a distance out. He was rising all the way over the bar.
Yeah, as soon as he hits it, you know, the pile driver, they're always rising. You know, he's leaning back, and maybe he's about 3 or 4 yards closer. He would have troubled the keeper, Harry Allen, but he just watches that over. If you look at Flint, if they can source a striker out, you know, in the January transfer window, then, you know, and if he just took half the chances they created, they could, you know, fly up that table and turn these draws into wins.
Allen with the goal kick, headed on by Carroll. It'll fall for Griff John. 2.5 minutes of the 90 remaining, plus whatever added time Mr. Hugh Jones deems necessary. Griff John. Laurie Bell. Tibbetts. Good ball. Acres of space for Alec Mudimu. Joe Foe. The old Kevin Druids combination on Mudimu. Good run, but Brandon Diao had read the danger there. Yeah, Mudimu with the throw-in for Caernarfon. All eyes on the fourth official and how much time will be added on. Foe, or Rob Hughes rather. Hughes gets the ball in, headed away by Carroll, falls for Noah Edwards. Edwards hits the bar! Oh, Noah Edwards. Cheeky lob by the captain. And it bounces away. And an escape there for Flint. Oh, audacious efforts by Noah Edwards.
Yeah, I think he shanked there. Don't think he got hold of it properly, but, you know, good ball in good work by Rob Hughes. Gets headed out. And a good first touch. I don't know, he doesn't shank it. You know, he hits that with the laces. You know, and that was curling away from the goal, and Allen was beaten. Unfortunately for Edwards, crossbar was Flint's saviour.
Stevens, long ball forward, opportunity for Akpro. What a save, and cleared off the line. It's still there. Larnell Cole, the substitute. And surely that's the winner for Flint Town United. We're into the 90th minute. Is there a way back for Caernarfon? Flint 2, Caernarfon 1.
Well, Akpo should have scored. Is the ball into the box has caused Caernarfon problems all night. Some set pieces. Brandon Jow heads the ball down into the path of Akpo. He should score. Great play by Tibbett, and then from Cartwright, and then Akpo. Vision on the second attempt, rather than being selfish, just pokes the ball back to the far post, and the substitute Lionel Cole, scores his second goal of the season.
Lionel Cole, previous goal against Bala Town. He's come on as a substitute. And surely he must have given Flint Town all 3 points. 4 minutes added. And here they come again with Jean-Louis Akpro. Beaumont to O'Kara Simmons. Cole back to Beaumont. There's nobody in the middle for Flint.
No,
Simmons.
Go on the ball in the box, but they want to keep possession of the ball, take it to the corner flag. You've got to keep it, because if they give possession like they have, Caernarfon can counter.
And they've given the ball away cheaply. Foe. Oh, poor ball by Joe Foe. No chance at all for Rob Hughes to get that one. And yet Joe Foe complains.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of balls. So maybe trust himself and, be more direct, Joe Foe. A couple of minutes left for the 4 added. Maybe we get another half a minute or so with time wasting.
Well, that goal has lifted Flint Town above Aberystwyth into 9th position. Aberystwyth still trailing 2-1 at Haverfordwest. So Aberystwyth will drop down to 10th. And Flint up to 9th on 19 points. And only 3 behind Caernarfon, who drop down to 8th. Hughes almost found Bradley Stevens with the clearance. A minute and a half of the 4 added remaining. Alec Mudimu. And it's a throw-in, well played by O'Kara Simmons. Just forces the ball away, throw in to Flint.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just whip that ball into the box, rather than trying to go past the defender. Just get it, put it in the mixer, anything could happen.
Beaumont with the throw in, headed away by Mudimu. Bobby Beaumont. We're into the last minute. We're into the final minute here at the Essity Stadium. Flint Town United, this will only be their 2nd home win of the season. They beat Airbus. Now Griff John. Bell, it's got to go long for Caernarfon. As Beaumont just heads the ball away, just concedes the throw in. Half a minute remaining, all eyes on Mr. Hugh Jones.
Surprisingly, Ben Wynn hasn't come on.
Edwards just waited for the angle to be created by Iwan Cartwright so he can launch the ball into the box, headed away by Harry Owen. 10 seconds on the watch as Simmons just shows his determination. Throw in to be taken by Mudimu. Mudimu has to go back to Josh Tibbett. We've played the 4 minutes. Tibbett, it's now or never for Caernarfon. Out to the far side, Rob Hughes. And free kick conceded by Rob Hughes. And he's just been ushered away. Just have to be careful, Rob Hughes, with Anthony Stevens.
Yeah, that should be it now, Bryn. I think, done his job there, Anthony Stevens, to shepherd the ball out for a throw-in. Scored the first goal and probably has played his part today, Anthony Stevens, in that back three. There's that lad's goal, Lionel Cole, which will probably, once this is kicked upfield, see Flint win the 3 points here tonight.
Harry Allen with a free kick, and indeed it is the final kick of the match. Home side edging it 2-1. It was the winner by Lionel Cole on 89 minutes after Anthony Stevens had given the home side the lead after 9 minutes. Joe Foe on 52 for the visitors, but it was that man who came on as a substitute. And it was a late goal at Connors Quay, and the New Saints have equalised. 10 men of New Saints, and Mike Wilde has been sent off. It's all going on late in the matches here, but Flint with the victory, up to 9th, Caernarfon down to 8th. Stevens with the first, Joe Foe equalising, Lionel Cole with the winner. It was an entertaining match here, early Christmas present for Lee Fowler. And final score here at the S-City Stadium. It's finished. Flint Town United 2, Caernarfon 1. Thank you for your company with us this evening on Scoria, and a happy Christmas to you all.
Penderfyniad sydyn gan y dyfarnwr, ac mae'n mesur yn berffaith.
Screwfix Sprint, a noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.